It's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and Marlene McCrary, she gave me a suggestion to do one on Kaia Gerber, so I'll be doing one on her personality traits, her characteristic traits. I'll be speaking on how a lot of her placements have led to a lot of her success and her personality, so please stay tuned for the rest of my video. If you have not yet become part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure that you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who really likes Kaia or natal chart analysis. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. Kaia Gerber was born on September 3rd, 2001, so this qualifies her to be a Virgo. She's someone who's often motivated by an urge to find practical outlets for skills, talents, and abilities, with an emphasis on being useful. She's also someone who tends to be very much practical and stable because she is an earth sign, so she's going to make sure that she is going to be very diligent in everything that she wants, and she's going to be very much industrious in everything that she wants. She's someone who's very caring and loves to care for others and people around her. She's very organized with everything that she does, and she is someone who is incredible with her intuition, and a lot of her other placements will help with the intuition, but she's able to know what to do and what not to do and what will benefit her and not. So this really explains Kaia in the best way. So next up is her moon in Pisces, and with this placement she's someone who is highly sensitive in nature and is very caring and creative as well. She tends to have the inclination to relate to the pain and sufferings of other people, and this is a very great comfort for people to have with someone with a moon in Pisces. She's very empathetic to someone. She may be an empath, and she's able to have another part of her intuition tested with this placement because she has the Pisces moon. She's someone who's very sensitive to other people. She's very artistic. She does have deep emotions, and she may be whimsical. She's very subjective and idealistic as well. She can be very introspective. She can be indecisive sometimes, and sometimes she may have weak boundaries, but she's someone who has a powerful intuition that really benefits her. Up next would be her Mercury in Libra. So she's able to get this placement because she either had the sun sign of Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio. So people tend to find her very charming with her words, and she is someone who just knows the right things to say or when to do it. She's someone who's very easy breezy, and she's very relaxed, and she has a go with the flow approach in regards to her speaking and to her thoughts as well. She's someone, because of this, who's very well liked, and people really like her a lot because of this. She's also someone who has a very soft voice when she speaks. She's very harmonious when she speaks, and she's verbally eloquent. She's very gentle and diplomatic. She can be indecisive, but she's someone who's very assertive but not harsh. She has a certain elegance about her, and she may be very much legal-minded. So this describes her Libra Mercury. Up next would be her Venus in Leo, and with this placement, she's someone who's very big, very bold in her relationship, and she is always in love with her partners, and she just has a very big way of showing that. She's someone who wants someone who's very loving, very generous, very expressive, very playful and spontaneous, because she's going to want that, because she's going to give that in her relationships, or anyone with a Leo Venus. She loves to brag about her relationships as well. Her relationship is something that she really loves. She's someone who loves to be courted and to be treated as though they're special. She's very loyal, but she does like attention from others. She may flirt, but she doesn't want her partner to, and she's someone who is very much attracted to colorful people. She's easy to forgive and follow her heart, and she may hang on to relationships that no longer serve her. So this is one thing she needs to worry about in her Venus. Up next would be her Mars in Sagittarius, and with this placement, she's someone who not only has a vision but also has the drive to turn her vision into something. Also, with her having the opportunities with her mother and her father being in the positions that they are and their jobs that they are, she's able to do this a lot easier than someone who doesn't have the opportunities that she has. She's someone who's very confident, and she just knows that she can accomplish anything she puts her mind to. She's someone who's very inspiring because of this. People feel inspired by her. She's someone who's very frank and honest, and she's someone who's all about having many irons in the fire as she can. She's also someone who is very much going to be thoughtful in regards to her standards, and she has a lot of different ideas and a lot of different things that really benefit her. So this really describes her Mars and her drive a lot. Up next would be her Jupiter in Cancer. This is actually a great placement to have. She's someone who has the ability to deeply process her connections and reactions to people in the moment around her. She's someone who has a big empathetic heart and desires to make others to feel cared for. She's also someone who has a lot of luck because of this placement, because having a Jupiter in Pisces, Cancer, and Sagittarius are actually very great placements to have. You do see that she does have a very fortunate life because of her parents' position, so having this placement has really helped her with her luck in a lot of different ways. She's someone who's very devoted and very receptive in a lot of things that really benefit her. She's someone who's very instinctive and attracts good luck and fortune because of this placement. So people with this placement are very privileged and very great to have. So this is a very great placement for her to have in the best way. Up next would be her Saturn in Gemini. So she is someone who has the ability to articulate information, solve problems, and handle details. That's something that she has a great power over. Sometimes she will have the obstacle of not being able to get it all at once, because with this placement, she's someone who loves to get information, who loves to get it, but sometimes she may not be able to process it in the best way, and sometimes she can become nervous in regards to how she processes or says information. So that's one thing she will need to work on with that obstacle. She's also someone who is very intelligent, very stable, and has a strong communication skills. And that's something that really benefits her in the best way possible, and something that is really going to help her a lot. So this is a very interesting placement for her to have. Next up is her Uranus in Aquarius, and this is a great placement to have. By having this placement, she and everyone in her generation are the types of people who take up social causes, and this is something that this generation really does. They love to take on different causes that deals with society. A lot of social issues is something that's very important when it comes to this generation. They love to find ways of solving a complex issue such as poverty or injustice. That's something that they really love to see and they love to really talk about. Social issues tend to be very more important with this generation than previous generations. They are reformers at heart. They love to change things, and they want to make positive changes that will benefit society as a whole. They are willing to devote their time and energy to see that come about, especially if the proper group support and combined purposes are there to be found. So this is something that really is great for them. Up next would be her Neptune in Aquarius as well. She is someone who loves to find inspiration wherever she goes and is always thinking of ways to help society. This is something that is very Aquarius-like. Aquarius placements tend to always like to find ways to inspire themselves and others, and they love to help society in the best way that they can. Also, they are the types of people who love to idealize and even venerate the ability to remain detached, as well as the ability to objectively analyze a given situation. They are able to not give too much feeling into things, but they can look at things logically in a way. And usually their logic really makes sense. They are the types of people who will always have a way of seeing their part in the way that society is ruled, and they're trying their best to not to continue what's happening, but to make sure things become better. Up next would be her Pluto and Sagittarius. So with this placement, she is someone who was born between 1995 and 2008. So she is a part of Generation Z, the last of the alphabet. So she is someone, and her generation is about freedom, experimenting, exploring, and risk. This is very much Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius vibe. They love optimism, and they love a thrill of living and possibilities. Globalization, immigration, and foreign issues is something that this generation really likes to talk about. Also, being able to search and bring knowledge to their life is something that they enjoy. They do it for fun, and they're able to look at society's cherished beliefs and change them in a way that probably previous generations did not like, but they have the rights of individuals, and they pursue their course in life without any complaints. Up next would be her North Node in Cancer. So with this placement, she will need to develop these attributes in order for her to uncover her hidden gifts and talents. Noticing and validating her feelings in others, her having a lot of empathy, being nourishing and supporting others, building one's own foundation and security, honest disclosure of feelings and insecurities, having a lot of humility in herself, accepting others' fluctuating moods without judgment, staying centered in one's own feelings, nurturing herself, being able to connect with her emotions and not repress them, identifying with the child part of herself and not the adult part, letting go of the need of control and achievement, the earth, which is Capricorn, which is the opposite of her North Node, which would be her South Node, and being able to be happy. Up next would be her Chiron in Sagittarius. So with this placement, she may have the wound of belief. She may have the wound of a lot of belief systems in her life really not making her happy or making her life not the best. Having positive awareness is something that benefits someone with a Chiron and Sagittarius, is knowing that what they think or what they believe is something that is important and makes sense, and not letting themselves be gaslit into not believing some truths. There are probably certain beliefs or certain teachings that really made her life not the best, or really made her life or her parents' life very miserable. So she probably looked at her parents and just thought to herself, no, or other people in her life and thought to herself, no, I don't really want this. So having the wound of belief and not knowing which religion or belief to stick with is something that comes with this placement. Up next would be her Ascendant/Rising in Scorpio. So with this placement, she's someone who has a very strong presence. When she comes to a room, people respect her, or anyone with this placement. She's someone who's very determined and can be stubborn, but she sees through people's exterior. She's very intense and strong drive to succeed. She needs a partner who is down to earth, reliable, and loyal. She has a pleasant exterior that may be unlike her true self. She's someone who does not take decisions lightly. She will take a long time before opening up, but when she does, obviously she trusts you, and it's very important that you never lose the trust of someone of Scorpio rising. They need privacy, and they rely on intuition to solve a lot of their problems. They're very deep, they're very private, they're very focused, and they're very transformative, but they're very much great people, and people do say that they look the best, but I think you guys all look good. Last but not least is midheaven in Leo. So the top 3 midheavens that are the most successful would be Capricorn, Aries, and Leo. So having a midheaven in Leo really does guarantee a lot of success. They tend to be the types of people who are very energetic, very ambitious, and very unapologetic in regards to their image and in regards to their image in their career. They are the types of people who play a role in the world to align their desires and to shine their creativity. They put a lot of energy into their career, so that's why they do get a lot of image of them being fun. So a lot of that energy is very positive. They're very much tenacious, very much ambitious. They're very much loyal, bold, and generous. They love directing a team. They love creative solutions, giving feedback. That's why they tend to use this placement as a very popular placement or someone who will be in the spotlight, because they get a lot of spotlight on them. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today on Kaia Gerber, and thank you so much, Marlene, for the suggestion. Please let me know down below, did you learn more about her as a person and get to know her on a better level? Please also give me suggestions down below as well as to who you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos. Also hit that like button and that share button. And last but not least, please make sure you're following me on all of my social media accounts, from my Pinterest down to my TikTok. Please make sure you're supporting my Etsy store, my PayPal, and as well as my podcast. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.